All right, I'm gonna repeat this. This meeting is specifically for unbadged and badged officers. But this meeting also, I will have vested officers to understand something. They are stepping into overseeing the badged and unbadged officers. We're gonna start this meeting with something which is the unbadged rules, and I'm gonna read it. Remember, those rules are your first and final warning, and this is being recorded. If caught, you are violating any of these rules as an unbadged officer, you will be punished according to the PD rules. Is that understood? Let's start with the unbadged officers.
NRP, one of the new people are just came online.
Nope,
I just
bring him here.
texted him.
Bring him here.
Downstairs. He is in here, but somewhere. All right.
Okay, is he here?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Uh, I'm gonna repeat it one more time. I will be saying those unbadged rules, so please pay attention to what I'm gonna say, as they will be your first and final warning. So you don't tell us that we did not read those rules for you. For the unbadged rules, please pay attention to the chat colored in blue. Only police officers can see and communicate in that chat. Unbadged officers are not allowed on the first floor, period. If seen on the first floor, you will be hit with PD6, which is not following your leader's um, decisions. Unbadged officers are not to make any arrest, period. I repeat, unbadged officers are not to make any arrest, period. When going on an active ride along, which is called 1012, which will be with the lieutenant or higher. When you are an unbadged officer, you are only allowed to go with a lieutenant or higher. You are not allowed to step out of the vehicle, talk to civilians, or gang members. If they ask you a question, you are to respond with a very short answer and clear the scene. You are already with a vested officer, he is the person in charge. You must be a lieutenant or higher to go on a patrol by yourself. The only time you can go on your own, which is 10-6, which is called currently busy, or on a mission patrols, which is located on this floor, and that was explained to you in your PD tour. You are not to arrest anyone or conduct any police work during your mission patrols or contraband search. Body cam. I repeat, body cam, which is screen recording. It is to be saved for 7 days when outside of the department in service. We have other platforms like app, Twitch, or app recorded other officers use. Keep in mind, as a badged officer, once you become a badged officer, you still cannot go on a patrol by yourself. You are to go on a patrol with another badged officer, or more preferably, with a vested or higher officer. Do not ask for rank ups. Rank ups are done at Chiefs and DFG's discretion. After meeting your requirements, you have to meet your requirements in order for you to get the rank ups. Rank 0 to 2, all you gotta do is to finish your training to get it. After that, there is requirements. You have to post it in the Discord in order for you to get your rank up. The speed limit, I'm sorry, AFK, which is short for away from keyboard, it is not allowed in this police department at all. If caught, there will be punishment. The speed limit in the garage is 20 kilometers, which is 13 miles per hour. Sorry about that. NRP, I had a phone call to decline. Let's repeat that. The speed limit in the garage is 20 kilometers, which is 13 mile per hour. In the city is 80 to 120 kilometers, which is 50 to 75 mile per hour. And on the highway, it is 170 kilometers, which is 105 mile per hour. Please follow the traffic rules. If caught, there will be sanction. Let me repeat this bar again. The speed limit in the garage is 20 kilometers, which is 13 mile per hour. That's in the garage of PD, okay? There are 6 training classes you will need to complete by the first week, which are Intro to the Macro and Macro classes, PD Tour, TWP, and you have PD1 and PD2, non hostile and hostile traffic stop. Lastly, is driving test. Pay attention to this, unbadged officers. Failure to complete your training within a week of the day that you got hired will result in your dismissal. Let me repeat that again. Failure to complete your training within a week from the day that you got hired will result in your dismissal. If you ever have any questions or concerns, please reach out to us as we will have a better understanding and clear answer for you. Remember, this is your first and your final warning. Understood? Now, let's speak why this meeting was conducted. We have so many, I'm not going to mention names. We got officers going out there, unbashed, cuffing people, doing police work. Um, I actually even received a body cam. I'm waiting for it. Of an officer actually cuffing two, unbadged officer cuffing 2 civilians in the city, and after cuffing them, he executed both of the civilians. Come on, that's not how it is. You are, as a badge officer and badge officer, you are to listen to the higher rank that is available online in RP at that time. If Mr. Big Ace tells you to do something, you are to follow that order. If Mr. Ali Sky tells you something, you are to follow that order. If Mr. Angelo tells you to do something, he is looking out for you. You are to listen. You are to listen. They are your higher rank who needs to help you, and they want the better for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that understood?
Amen.
Okay. Badged officers. When you go to HP, which is the most hostile place in this whole map NRP, in the one state, you must. This is a rule from now, and I'm gonna put it in a faction. You must be with a vested or higher officer to go to HP. You are not allowed to go to
Mm.
HP. Please pay attention. You are not allowed to go to HP as a two badged officers. That is not allowed. You are only to go two badged officers outside of HP. HP is prohibited from going having two badged officers to go together to that area. You must be with a vested officer or higher to go to HP. Was that clear?
Amen.
If caught, you are with another badged officer, two of you in HP, I will issue PD6. Was that clear?
Amen.
Yes, sir.
If you
So,
need to go hills of
Douglas,
healing,
Mike
sorry,
Douglas,
Sky.
yes. HP inside. Badged officers is what Chief just said. Badged officers are not to go inside. Two badged officers can patrol outside and clear the parking lots, but that is it. You are not to go inside HP.
Hold on, hold on. I think it's important to make it even around HP, not just inside of HP.
No, 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 Ali. The whole HP. The whole
Oh,
HP.
you said okay. I thought you
The
said just
whole
the
HP.
inside.
I
My bad.
don't want
My
to
bad.
see if I go to HP by any means and I see two badged officer by themselves there without a vested officer supporting them, I will call you to the office.
My bad.
Okay?
I misheard.
And that's an automatic reprimand, right?
And
Wait, so
I will post this also in the faction chat, so everybody is aware of that. Okay.
wait, so you saying so like if I'm on the block HP and someone's shooting on the block HP, not at HP, but that block, you going into to Compton, that bridge area. What about that area?
Just keep on driving. Keep driving.
Yeah, you report it
You
and
report
My
report
it.
it.
Keep driving.
Wait, so so what is the what is the cause and the root of this automatic sudden change?
because we have so many complaints that I received of badged officer and unbadged officer are going to HP and committing a lot of mistakes in there. A lot of mistakes.
So, honestly, those people should be held accountable for whatever action. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have body cam for every situation. So, I anything somebody say about me, you ask me about a body cam, I got it. I will present it. I have no issues. I do everything by the book, and I'm very thorough.
Okay, fair enough. So you believe that we should hold people accountable when they're right away badged. Look, I'm a fair chief, and at one point I was a badged officer, and I got a violation of, especially from HP, because I did not know what to do. So I don't want to be that person because I know how it feels if I punish a badged officer that is not well trained. How it feels. I've been in there. I don't want to do that. I want to give you the chance to improve yourself. And by doing that is I am putting you with a more knowledge officer to go in these areas because that person is going to supervise you.
So in other
Okay.
words, what Chief is basically saying is badged officers will be allowed to go to HP only if a vested or higher is with them. Two
Exactly.
badged officers at the same time, it is you are not allowed to be at HP area at all whatsoever. So if you have a vested officer and they go to HP or they say, hey, let's go to HP, you are more than welcome to go there and patrol that area with that vested officer, but not with another badged or unbadged.
Yes. Well, you shouldn't be actually with another unbadged officer. You should be with a badged officer patrolling. Um, but technically, I'm not saying don't go to HP. No, I want you. I need the force to be in there, but I need a supervisor with you, which is a vested officer that they know what's going on.
So, John, I've got a question. So, if let's say that a vested officer is with a badged officer, and two badged officers follow them to HP, is that okay?
That's
Or
not okay. That's
I
not
want that.
okay. Every badged officer has to have. Here's how you can do it. You can have two badged officer in the same car with you. That's okay, but not two different cars. Not away from you. Not away from your vision.
Okay.
No, you can do it in a personal car. Answer floppy.
You can go currently busy
But
10-6, and you can go buy your pills. Do not conduct any PD work and then go back to doing whatever you're doing.
Now I'm
Are we
sure
going
some.
back to the rule of it used to
Copy
be
that. That's how I've been
by
doing it
any
already.
are we going back to the rule by any chance of as long as they're bad as they're only allowed to go to the pharmacy across the street? Are we back to that?
I am not aware of that rule, to be honest with you, Big Ace. But if you can please send it to me, and I can look at it.
We
So,
had
in
to
other
do that
words,
before.
that was a role whenever I believe it was either Sand or Franco.
Send it
NRP
to
was
me.
chief,
Send it
and
to me when you
he
review it.
basically okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it.
Now, some badge officer are gonna ask me a question. What happened if the vested officer died on the scene there and you stayed by yourself? You are to take yourself back to PD immediately. That's what you do. You are not to stay there or conduct police work. You are to grab a car and come back to PD by yourself. Understood?
and most likely do it in the future, but they currently doesn't.
Isabella, go ahead.
Okay, from my understanding, no badged officer is supposed to leave PDG unless doing a 10-6. But if they're going on a 10-12, they have to have a vested or higher.
Oh no. Let me rephrase this, Mr. Isabella. They can go to badged officers, but HP is prohibited from having just badged officer in it. There has to be a supervisor with a badged officer in HP. If they want to patrol two badged officer, I don't want to keep them away from doing their jobs. Sometimes there is no vested officer online. I don't want to do that to them. They can go patrol somewhere else outside of HP. There's a whole city to patrol outside of HP. HP, purposely, I am focusing. Badged officers are not supposed to be there without a supervisor with them. I am not holding you also from HP. I just need a supervisor with you while you're doing your duty in HP.
Yeah, no, I get that part, but I was told that if you're badged, you can't leave without a vested.
Actually, you know what? You're right, Ali. Even hands. Hands is wild. Let's do hands too, because hands is also looks like exactly like the same. I forgot about you, Ali. Thank you for reminding me. Actually, um, we'll do also hands. The same method and same scenario of HP. No two badged officer to be on hands unless there is a supervisor with them. You can
And gang
patrol the
hacking.
whole. You can patrol the whole entire city as two badged officer, but those two places, vehicle market and HP.
And gang houses, John.
True, gang houses too. You're not supposed to be in gang houses. You're gonna get shot anyway.
Technically, Isabella, answering your question, technically, you're not supposed to be going out without a vested officer if you're unbadged, not badged officer. I don't know who told you this information, but if you're badged officer, you can go out with a badge officer.
Okay.
I think it's
What?
I
Yeah.
think it's on the unbadged rules is what she's talking about,
Yes.
and I think she's mistaken it for like the preferably, as in like you only need the vested. So I think it's just the mis communication.
Yes.
Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, Mr. Mike, do you have something to say, sir? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just I feel like it's wait. So just so that we so there's no patrolling hands, there's no patrolling HP, and badge can't go out with two badge.
Okay. Let
No,
me
no,
repeat.
no, no,
No. I didn't say no patrolling. I did not say no patrolling. Badged officer can still patrol these areas. A supervisor must be on scene with them, is what I'm saying. Those areas.
So listen. So
So
Mike,
technically,
what
Mr.
he's
Mike,
basically saying, is like say me and you were to go on a 10-12, and we were to go to hands. That's okay because I'm a vested officer and you're a badged officer. But like say if you and Ryan was to go to the hospital and he's a badged officer, you're a badged officer, that is not okay because you guys don't know the full procedures that need to be followed. So when you're with me, I'm going to teach you the proper way to arrest someone, how to handle certain situation that HP that will arrive. And the same with hands. He's not saying that you cannot patrol it at all. He's just saying that you need to be with a vested or higher, someone that has more knowledge in the server as a PD officer of the procedures. That way you can conduct it the right way. You get what I'm saying?
No, but the thing is, I know like how y'all you make y'all arrested as far as like in y'all green zones. Like y'all give them the warning, and then y'all count down, and then y'all take action.
I just hopped on. So once you have to be in the
Okay.
report
Okay.
1.9 and a 1.11. Badge officers cannot put any criminal violations on an actual
I
Right, but
just
then,
hopped.
right. But
Right now,
that's why last night when I had caught a suspect and I needed to put a 1.7, I called Mister what's his name, Mister Dirty, to come put
Okay.
the 1.7. You know what I mean? I'm not doing nothing out of the ordinary. You know, especially if I got somebody with me that don't know, I'll teach them too the right way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why I was like, it's kind of like a little weird to me. It's kind of like I don't know.
Well,
It's
sir,
Okay.
just
we're not saying that it's you. We're saying that there is a lot of unbadged and badged officers that are doing procedures wrong, and in order to stop it from happening anymore, we're putting a stop to everybody. Now we do apologize that you feel like you're being punished for this, but at the same time, we're trying to keep it to where admin stays off of Chief's butt about it, and he doesn't come on, or the admins don't come on to everybody. Because when the admins do interfere with certain things, they can say, "Hey, like what Chief's doing right now, they could put a stop to it to where no badged officer is able to patrol there if it gets out of hand." So that's what
And
we're
you're gonna
trying to
get that.
keep from doing it.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Out of all the years of me playing one state, I've never heard of such thing. Even just like the countdown thing, like that, like for instance, that countdown thing is something that Shaka interpret here in Madera, but that in any other server I've been to, never, ever, ever. The most you do is warn somebody, "Hey, leave this area now." Leave them, and you throw up the macro 3 or 4
I,
different times, and
Mhm.
that's just about it. But
I,
anything
I,
else,
Well,
I,
like I said,
unfortunately, sir.
I totally,
y'all can implement
I,
certain things here.
Yes.
Different
I,
servers are different.
Well, unfortunately, sir. Um, technically, this is how things run in this city, and we have to follow all the rules. And we're just making sure that everyone understand and comprehend what he's supposed to be doing or they're not supposed to be doing. So this is a class for all of you to understand your limits and understand the length of where you can reach and then where you need to stop. That's all, sir.
Sir.
So I,
Sir.
sorry,
Okay.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Chief. I
Yeah.
will say this: in NRP, I have been here since the very first three servers have opened up. I have actually seen it to where admins interfered and said that no badged officers were allowed to control green zones without a vested
Fine.
officer. I have seen that. So I'm
Me too.
telling you that it can happen. It hasn't happened here or any of the servers that you have been at NRP, but it can happen because I have witnessed it firsthand. So that's why he's trying to do this before it gets to that point.
Okay, Ollie, just
All right. Please give me a. Bella, could you step right here? Consider me. I am in the green zone area in the HP lobby. Do the proper procedure right now of how you're gonna arrest me. The full 9 yard. Okay. I am in the lobby right now. Please pay attention, all badged officer, to this.
Imagine if I make a mistake.
Hello. What you need?
what
What
you
you need?
did.
I'm not leaving. I'm
All
not
right,
leaving.
sir.
What am I gonna do
I'm
about
gonna
it?
need you to leave this area right now,
I'm not
sir.
leaving. I'm not leaving.
Unfortunately, this is a green zone, and I'm gonna need you to leave it
What you gonna do
before
about it? What
you
you
get
gonna do about
arrested. Well, sir, I'm gonna give you a chance, and I'm gonna give you a 10-second count.
it?
And
It's
then
a
when the
green
count is
zone
done,
area. That's where we talk. That's where we do things. It's a
all
green
right,
zone
sir, I'm
area.
gonna need you to scroll to the macro I did drop right now and proceed to read it, and you're gonna understand why I need you
I
to
can't
leave.
read. I can't read. What are you gonna do about it? I can't
All
read.
right, sir. Okay, I'm gonna help
I
you read.
I was not in the school, so I don't know. I can't read. I can just talk.
All right. I can read it for you if you want. First and final warning, leave the area now or be charged with a 1.7 3.2. You have 10 seconds to comply or force will be used. I'm already at 9, sir.
Okay.
So leave the area.
I'm not leaving. You ain't going to do nothing. I'm gonna submit a green ticket on you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make your life miserable. I'm gonna take that suit from you. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, sir. Guys, please stop this. All right, sir. You're under arrest.
Okay. What you mean? What you mean? Team, what did she do right now? Have anyone paid attention? What she did right now? Thank you, Angelo. Thank you, Angelo. She did not tase me. Pay attention, badged officer. She did not tase me. That's the proper way. If I am standing still, if the suspect is standing still, you are not allowed to tase the suspect. No force needed in this situation. That's what I exactly wanted to show you all. No force needed if the person is still. Uncuff me, Bella, please. When do you tase? When do you tase a person in the lobby of HP? If the
I'm
person is
sorry,
doing
Manuel.
If the
When
person
the
is doing this, when they're doing this, that's when you tase the suspect. If the person is standing still just talking, you are not to tase the suspect. All right?
yeah,
10 seconds. Let's We are not a happy arrest department. We ask a question, are you willing to de-escalate a situation or are you willing to force an arrest? We do not want to be that department that all they want to do is arrest people. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Even when the countdown is done to the one, don't just jump to the conclusion. Be humble, be a good person. Sir, I'm going to give you another courtesy call to this. Please leave the area. If they proceed even not to leave, then you know that person is not doing it. Then you arrest. I want to also address something between police officers that came to my attention from a lot of officers too, especially badged officers. You all are jumping to the arrest when you both are in a car or three badged officers are in a car. You all want to make the same arrest. I know you all want to make the requirements and meet your requirements. It is not about you making the arrest, it is about helping each other. If me, Mrs. Linus, and Isabella were in a car, I am a badged officer, they're both a badged officer, okay? One time I'm gonna give it to Linus. The other time when we arrest together, I'm gonna give it to Isabella. Be the good person. Be the one who gives, not just take and expect everything to the. That's how this department I want it to be. Don't be the person who's greedy for arrest. Do not be that person. I promise you, when I rank you up and you move in the ranks, I look into these things a lot. Because ranks means nothing. Leadership is not built about you just make the most arrest. No, 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 no. I can rank you up even when you don't make arrest. Leadership and helping each other is what makes this department successful. If I help the officer, I'm going to look at you. Trust me, I pay attention to all these details and I see who is a good person and who's here just to rank up. We say this question also in your interview. What is more important for you, the rank up or the knowledge? How do you gain the knowledge? By interacting with your officers on a daily basis. Again, I repeat, please, when three or two badge officers are going on a patrol together, do not fight for the arrest. Be the good person. Be the first one who initiates that good thought in everybody around you. That's how this department should thrive and succeed in the future. All right, DFG, Harry, do you want to do any input to this? Because I don't want to make it too long. I really want it to be a short and very productive meeting.
No, sir, I'm good. I think you covered the good part of it. Very well said.
Thank you. What about you, DFG Bella?
Of course. Another thing that like some officers did mistakes on is technically the violations. Badged officers only have access to misdemeanor violations. So technically, you're only allowed to be put in the violations of misdemeanor that are 3 point something, from 3.1 to 3.6. Other violations, you're not allowed to mix the violations and just like decide to put like for an example 2.5 in the misdemeanor like zone. No, you should ask for a vested officer that have access to giving those violations to put them for you.
Ella,
John.
Wait, so you do get access when you, but I think like when you like so my rank, I'm like right two. When you
Hold
like
on.
rank three, that's when it gives you access for the.
I got something important. Helper Hades just messaged me PD to HP Park